In their First Amendment lawsuit, Jeff Landry and the Missouri Attorney General allege that under the guise of combating misinformation, the Biden administration asked social media giants to censor speech relating to topics such as the Hunter Biden laptop story, the theory that COVID-19 could have been leaked accidentally from the Wuhan laboratory, and the efficacy of wearing masks. Here's what Landry has to say about the lawsuit.
That is one of the biggest cases in the country right now, and it's happening right here in Louisiana. You know, we worked real hard to put a Solicitor General's office in place, and we codified it. It was something that we did under my leadership some 7 years ago. That case is a case that basically says that the government was colluding with big tech to censor speech in this country. And I think that everyone should be paying close attention to it, especially in light of recently Mark Zuckerberg's basically interview with Joe Rogan, where he admitted that the FBI basically asked Facebook to censor certain information from the American public.
Landry speaks about what specific speech was censored.
Well, there was all kinds of speech that was censored, from Hunter Biden's laptop, to COVID restrictions, to therapeuticals for COVID, to basically conservative speech, but it seemed to be tailored towards, if you were a conservative, we were going to censor information. And anything that conservatives said, evidently for some reason, was not a fact, was basically fake. And so, again, that's not the way that the country is supposed to operate.
The lawsuit notes that the New York Post published a story in October of 2020 detailing the contents of Hunter Biden's laptop that was abandoned in a computer shop, which included compromising pictures and emails. Twitter locked the Post's main account and blocked other users from linking to the story. Here's what some Pineville residents said about the lawsuit.
Well, I don't think it's surprising. I mean, the Biden administration is famous for doing that sort of thing. Anything that would put them in a bad light, especially Hunter Biden. Joe wants to disassociate himself from that kind of thing that's going on with Hunter. And so I'm not surprised at all by them trying to censor that. Anybody that has a brain or can think for themselves has to believe that COVID-19 came from the Wuhan lab. I mean, it supposedly came from a market 12 miles away from a huge lab that specializes in virus. How could you not believe that that's where it came from?
I agree with what Jeff Landry's doing. I voted for the man. If you're not going to vote for the man and back him up, then why would you vote for him? Don't you want to get to the truth? Or don't you get to the bottom of it? You want to know where it started from?
I'm no legal expert on the matter, but I believe that this is definitely a violation of the First Amendment, to my knowledge, because this is not any threat. This is not any sort of foul, language of the sort. So I believe that, Jeff Landry does certainly have the right to file a lawsuit against the Biden administration for this. It's a very complicated issue, but I think that, Facebook should allow people's free speech regardless of which side they take. That isn't for them to decide whether or not, this person's right or this person's wrong.
In May, Biden and the Department of Homeland Security defended their initiative to target disinformation. Nina Jankowicz, who is tapped to helm the board, said, "I shudder to think about if free speech absolutists were taking over more platforms, what that would look like for marginalized communities, shouldering disproportionate amounts of abuse." Shortly after she made this comment, the Disinformation Governance Board was paused. Landry says the communications already provided by the Department of Justice shows a, quote, censorship enterprise across a multiple of federal agencies. As the suit makes its way through the justice system, we'll have more as it develops. Reporting in Alexandria, Joel Massey, ABC 31 News that works for you.